Hi, what's up guys? Welcome back to your JavaScript series brought to you by Code to Create. Alright, so in this episode 24, we are going to be dealing with one of the most interesting concepts in JavaScript. Not even JavaScript this time, the most interesting concept in the world of programming as a whole, and that is arrays. You might have come across them in other programming languages, but you don't really know what they are and you don't really know what they do. Or you have been hearing the word arrays and you don't really know what they do. In this episode, we'll treat arrays and we'll basically deal with concept of arrays. Alright, what is an array? An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value or store more than one data at a time. I believe you can digest that. I go again. An array is a special variable which can hold more than one value or store more than one data at a time. Okay, supposing you want to store different colors or the 5 main types of colors in your program, normally from what we've done so far, we will go about doing this. Let me say we have 5 colors: red, blue, yellow, green, purple, and you want to store them. You go about doing this. Okay, let me uncomment this. You say var color 1 is equals to red, var color 2 is equals to blue, var color 3 is equals to yellow, var color 4 is equals to green, var color 5 is equals to purple. Now, this will take your time, you understand. As a programmer, you should look for a more efficient way of just storing your values in the memory of your program just in a single name, you understand. Like, it will be very, very efficient if you do that. And that's why we have the concept arrays in all programming languages. So not just JavaScript alone, arrays has the ability, the power to hold many values just in a single name. I also want to tell you that arrays is not the only way of storing multiple data or values in a single name variable. You can also do this in JavaScript with the help of what we call object, and that we'll treat in the future episodes to come. You might be wondering, okay, how can I store all my data or values in a single variable and be able to access each of the values? Okay, this is very possible with the help of the index number. They have index number. Let's go into coding and you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll just comment on this and let's try and assign these our values to just a single variable now. So I'll just say var colors is equal to, now you open the square bracket. This is called the square bracket, and inside the square bracket we'll have the first color data red separated with a comma, then the second data blue separated with a comma, the third data yellow separated with a comma, the fourth data green separated with a comma, and the last data purple, and you close your statement. Now if you've done this with me, I want to tell you that you just written your first JavaScript array. So this is an array of 5 colors, an array of colors. Okay, let's go to our console here by my right and let's output our 5 values. So if you type colors in your console, it will output the 5 data that you are having in your array. So you see you have red, blue, yellow, green, purple. Now I'll clear this off now. Let's come down here. Suppose we want to access just the blue data from this array. If you want to do that, just type the name of the array, color, then your square bracket. This is going to be 1. Are you surprised? In my last tutorial I said in computer science, countings begin from 0. So this red is going to be 0, and blue is going to be 1, yellow is going to be 2, green is going to be 3, and purple is going to be 4. Physically, we have 5 data here, but arrays are number based, and not just number based, they are 0 based. So you count from 0. So if you want to access blue from this now, what you have to do is to count 0, 1, and the index number of blue is 1. So what you have to do is to type 1 here. So let's quickly console.log this on the screen so you can believe me. So we'll save this down and we'll refresh this in our console with the Ctrl R. So let me just increase this and you can see. So we have blue here. We just output blue in the console. Alright, now just as we declare the normal variables and we modify them or we redefine them again, you can also do this in arrays. We can also alter or change the values of these arrays. Let's say we want to change the color blue to white. You can just say color1 is equal to white. If you come down here and we console.log color1 on the screen, if you clear this off and let's refresh again, you have white. Now the value here on the index 1 has now been changed to white. So I believe you understand what I'm trying to explain here. Alright, let's go back into the code and let me give you more explanation. Okay, so let's say we want to make a sentence with these arrays. All you have to do is to come here, let's say console.log Jane loves pink but hates, and we just come out of this. And so which color is she going to hate now? Let's say she hates yellow. 0, 1, 2, she hates yellow. So if you save this now and we clear this off and try to refresh this on the screen, sorry, we have an error on line 15. Okay, so I think I missed X here, so just indicate the X there. We declared colors, not color. So if we save this now and we refresh this, Jane loves pink but hates yellow. Actually, let me give this a space and save this, clear this off and refresh this again. So we have Jane loves pink but hates yellow. Alright, this is just the basic aspect of an array, you understand? Now, there's this problem that a lot of people have with arrays, and that is, how can you identify an array? Because arrays looks like an object. When we are going to deal with objects, you understand what I'm talking about. Arrays sometimes are being confused with objects and the main variables and even functions. So how can you identify an array? Okay, to recognize an array, we can go to the console and test if a variable is an array or not. Now we're going to test if, let me not say array now, this variable now is an array. So to do this, normally we can follow this JavaScript built-in operator called typeof, but it is not all that common in the older browsers, but it is also good because here I encourage you guys to download Google Chrome because it's a new browser and it is always updated, so we won't have any problem with that. But for the sake of those using the older browsers, I'll also show you how to test if a variable is an array or not. Alright, so if we clear our console now, all you have to do is to type typeof and just give a space, then the name of the variable you want to test. So in this case, we are testing for colors. So I'm going to type colors and just click enter on your keyboard. A lot of people will see this and they will say, okay, we just declared an array, but why are we seeing colors as an object here? Okay, calm down. The simple truth is that in JavaScript, an array is also an object, you understand? An array is also an object. Just take that. That's it. What is the best way to check if an array is an array or if a variable is an array? Okay, we can do this by just typing this built-in method built in the console, array.isArray, and you open a parenthesis, and inside this parenthesis you are going to type the identifier or the name of the variable or the array you want to test. So if you type this and you click enter, so you get the output true. If you get this result true, that means this variable here is an array. And what this simply means is that, is this variable an array? So if you say true. If it's not an array, it will give you false. So supposing we have another variable declared here, let me say var name is equal to Tony Cletus. Okay, now let's try to check if this is an array. So if I come here and I say array.isArray and open a parenthesis, and you come here and type the name. If you click on this, you have false. Now you get the gist. That means this variable here is not an array. So this is just the best way you can identify or recognize an array, and this mostly comes out in job interviews, JavaScript job interviews. There are many ways they can twist an array for you. You don't really know whether it's an array or not, so you just need to go into your console and test it out and you figure out whether it's an array or not. Okay, I think we've covered much here. Is there any other thing I have to do here again? No. So this is basically how to define an array and make use of it. In our next episode, we'll be going deep into arrays, and also we'll check the array methods that can also help us to do some kind magics, let me say magics with arrays. So thank you guys for watching this episode, and if you've really learned something from this video, you can click on that like button below, and please make sure you subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day.